A meeting concludes and everyone departs with smiles, but the real issue remains untouched and heavy. Later, frustration seeps into side comments, delayed responses, and a growing sense that trust is eroding. Blow-ups begin when opinions clash, emotions rise, and consequences feel personal for everyone involved. In that moment, the mind seeks safety, and even skilled individuals can lose their composure. When difficult topics are delayed, resentment becomes a lens, altering how each person interprets events. Over time, small problems turn into big patterns, as silence or aggression replaces clear problem solving. Imagine a teammate who avoids a direct conversation, then vents in private messages that spread confusion. At home, a short argument ends with one person storming off, and the next day starts colder. Next, you will learn how to name the moment, create safety, share meaning, and end with action. This video is inspired by Crucial Conversations by Joseph Grenny, Kerry Patterson, Ron McMillan, Al Switzler, and Emily Gregory. Subscribe. A crucial conversation is a discussion where opinions differ, stakes are high, and emotions run strong. Such moments occur in workplaces, families, and friendships, where one outcome could reshape a relationship or result. The greatest harm often comes from delay, as problems continue to simmer without honest resolution. The longer the lag time, the more gossip, mistrust, and missed opportunities accumulate around the original issue. A manager sets an aggressive deadline, only to learn it after the promise is made. The discussion quickly shifts from planning to self-protection, as speaking plainly now feels risky for everyone. Reducing the lag time keeps the real problem on the table, preventing emotions from hardening into fixed judgments. The goal is not to win an argument, but to create conditions where people can solve the right problem together. Choose one topic you have avoided and decide the earliest safe time to address it directly. Then, clearly name what is at stake, so the conversation begins with purpose rather than accusation. When people avoid hard talks, they often face consequences, as unresolved issues continue to influence later behaviour. The choice is either to address issues early or to act out later through sarcasm, withdrawal, or blame. Acting out prolongs conflict, as each interaction adds new hurt and makes the original issue more difficult. This also hinders progress at work, as teams repeatedly debate the same topic, while deadlines and trust slip away. One couple ended a long relationship with a note, as directly facing their feelings seemed too dangerous. Avoidance may spare a moment of discomfort, but leaves confusion and unfinished meaning for years. Under pressure, the body prepares for fight or flight, making higher reasoning more challenging. That is why good people may exaggerate, yell, or freeze, even when they care about the relationship. A helpful next step is noticing your physical cues, then pausing long enough to slow the reaction. Once the reaction softens, words can return, and the real issue becomes discussable without a performance. Dialogue flows freely, allowing individuals to share their knowledge rather than keeping it guarded. Each person brings their unique pool of knowledge, and the goal is to merge these separate pools into one shared pool. As the shared pool expands, decisions improve because more accurate and relevant information reaches the table. When people withhold their knowledge, groups can make foolish decisions, even if each member is wise individually. A surgical team prepares for a routine procedure, but the wrong body part is treated, while several observers remain silent. The aim is not to blame one person, but to recognise how fear can silence voices and drain the shared pool. The common pitfall is the false choice between honesty and kindness, as if telling the truth means burning bridges. By replacing this trap with an "and" question, we can foster creativity, like finding a way to speak honestly and strengthen respect. Before the next risky conversation, decide what you want for yourself, others, and the relationship. Then stay committed to dialogue. If building a larger shared pool sounds beneficial, subscribe for more practical ways to keep dialogue alive. High-stakes talks are rich with topics, so success starts by choosing the one issue that truly matters. If the wrong topic is chosen, the same argument repeats, because the core tension never gets addressed directly. People often pick easy over hard, raising a minor detail, instead of naming the real barrier to results. They also pick recent over right, critiquing the latest incident while ignoring the larger pattern that keeps returning. A project lead proposes a 6-month timeline, then hears a manager demand delivery in 1 quarter. Suddenly the talk includes pressure, loyalty tests, and fear of job loss, so the real conversation needs clarity. Start with your heart by noticing your motive, then asking what you really want for yourself, others, and the relationship. These questions pull attention back to long-term purpose and calm the impulse to win at any cost. Master your stories by separating facts from the story you tell and refusing victim, villain, or helpless scripts. Write the facts you saw, list 2 alternate explanations, and enter the conversation curious rather than certain. When safety feels threatened, attention narrows, so learn to look for signs that safety is slipping. Treat attacks or shutdowns as signals of fear, and aim first to restore conditions for open speaking. People respond to low safety with 2 patterns: silence, which withholds meaning, or violence, which forces it. Silence can look like sugarcoating, avoiding, or withdrawing, while violence can appear as controlling, labelling, or attacking. A parent notices missing cash and accuses a teenager in a public place, triggering defensiveness and onlookers. Starting with an accusation makes the teen fight for dignity, while a fact-based opening would invite explanation. My path is a simple sequence. Share facts, tell your story, ask for others' paths, then speak tentatively. This approach keeps respect intact because facts are least controversial, and curiosity leaves room for correction. Ask questions, request examples, and listen long enough for the other person to add meaning you missed. Then summarize shared points and disagreements in plain words, so the pool stays clear as the conversation ends. The true aim is to shorten the distance between noticing a problem and resolving it through honest dialogue. This shift replaces acting out with talking out, ensuring that relationships and results are no longer shaped by avoidance. Name the moment when opinions differ, stakes matter, and emotions rise, as that is the turning point. Choose the right topic, steady your motive, retell your story, and aim for a shared pool of meaning. As safety improves, people stop masking and attacking, instead contributing facts, feelings, and workable options. These options compound into better decisions and stronger commitment, as people understand why the final choice makes sense. Start by identifying one conversation you have delayed and schedule it before resentment turns into a habit. Open by stating observable facts. Invite the other view and keep returning to mutual purpose when tension rises. End by deciding who will do what by when, as dialogue without follow-through often creates new confusion. If you want calmer conversations that still get real results, subscribe for more practice-focused communication tools.